Welcome back. Hope everyone had great holidays, good new year, and we're off to a fresh start. So we have a great meeting today, lots to talk about. Austin, show us your website and the calendar for what's in store for the week.
Yes. All right, let me pull that up real quick. Hi, everybody. Let's see, screen one, why not? All right, so on the website, like we mentioned last week, anything that we have on our Google Calendar will be popping up in real time on our website. So if you have any questions about what's happening in the upcoming events, I guess in the next couple weeks, usually it pulls up to 2 weeks, you can just go here and check it out pretty easily by going to kwppagents.com. But from here, it looks like, we can see what's going in today. We do have right after this, Chantel will be restarting her productivity coaching classes, starting with her writing a sale transaction overview class at 11. So if you're wanting to stay on for that, you just keep the stream going, and then we'll end this meeting and Chantel will kick it off there. Tomorrow we have Tanya doing her campaigns in command class. That will tie very well into the promotion we have for the credit to your account by just simply posting a campaign on social media. So we'll talk more about those contests again if you need a refresher, but this will be a good one to go to if you need to, want to kick that off and take advantage of that promotion. And we do have our CE credits training class, or CE credit class again, this Wednesday. Cindy Gray will be hosting it, and it's farming best practices. So you can actually go here as well and click on the link and register. But yeah, so that's all that's happening this week, and we'll give you more information, this weekend for what's happening in the next week. So
thanks, Austin. And that CE class is being taught by Denise Wilson, so that should be a great one to attend. And if you haven't gone to that website yet, we did announce it last week. It is KWPP Agents with an S, and it's all the resources you guys will want in one place. So check it out, give us feedback. If there's things that you would like to see on there, email Austin and he can be sure to add them. But all of our new branded Altos reports, the TMOs are now on there, reserving a conference room, everything you would want in one place. Austin, let's do some birthday celebrations.
Yes, we do have those as well. So I have so many windows open, it is insane. All right, let's go here. And I will share screen 2 this time. All right, so can you see what's going on? I can't tell if you can see what's going on.
No, we can see. Now
sure.
we can.
We'll go over here. I am messing up. Apparently when I did that, it showed, let's go screen 1 from the beginning. How about now?
Yes. Yay! All of our birthdays. So happy birthday, Connie, Gary, and Kelly already had their birthdays. And then we have a lot more coming up. Oh, go back. And this is a good reminder. Oh, and look at one of our owners, Peter Clark, former ALC Megan. We have lots of people this month, so that's exciting. But I see there's lots of people that don't have pictures. So we are going to have our photographer come back out in January. More details on that to come. For anyone who wants a complimentary headshot, the office will pay for that. We think it's really important for you guys to all brand yourself professionally. So if you don't have one, if you need an updated one, more details to come on that. But happy birthday to all of our January birthdays. And our December cappers. So congratulations to our agents who capped in December: Ben, Amy, Bradley, HQ, and Michael. That is an awesome accomplishment. So congrats to our cappers.
And then actually this, we already created it. So yeah, we are doing another one of those headshot events for anyone who needs one. It's free of charge. We're providing those. We're going to have the professional photographer that came out not too long ago. I think it was back in July or August, came out and provided some awesome pictures. Actually, the one that's on here of me is from her. And that's just from the most recent one. And so if you want to get that professional photo, just come in on the, or actually we'll send out, we're going to create a like a sign up genius sheet that will allow you to go in and pick a reserved slot so that you know what time you're coming in. You don't have to wait in line or anything like that. So it'll be on January 21st. So mark your calendars for that, but just stay tuned for an email that will kind of give you more information and get you that registration link.
And then because we'll do like the 5-minute slots, it will be COVID safe, COVID approved. We'll make sure we're following safety precautions for that. But awesome. See you there, hopefully. Let's talk about some of our contests. So if you were on the call last week, we kicked off some really exciting contests. We want to make sure all of our agents have an amazing start to 2021. So this January and February, we're running a couple different contests and promotions. So the first one is our lead generation promotion. So if you do a campaign in Command, and that can be Facebook, Instagram, Google, anything just through Command, and send a screenshot to Heather, we will reimburse you $25 each week through January and February. So we want to help you get ads going, give you a chance if you haven't tried a variety of ads, see what's working, what's not, and just get that little extra boost if you're not doing any ads currently to get some additional business to start the year. So you can do that every single week. So that's, $200 worth of ads just for doing them and sending the screenshot to Heather. So second, we're doing our 300 club. So if you have 300 contacts in your Command by the end of February, you are going to win an exclusive tasting event that we're going to have at Tomb Water, hopefully in March, whenever it's safe to be outside at a winery. So that should be really exciting. And the purpose of that is because 300, what is the significance of 300? It's because that is what research has shown. If you have 300 clients or in your database, that is enough of a healthy database to have a successful real estate career, right? So if you have less than that, that's a great goal to work on to get to that. You might have that many, but just not in Command, all over the place on a spreadsheet, on paper. So we would love to see everyone get to that 300 and have a big fun celebration as soon as we can. So there's no catch to that. If you're already above 300, congratulations and thanks for being on top of it. So you're already there. So shout out to anyone who's already above 300. And our third contest for the new year is our Smart Plan contest. So there are a ton of smart plans out there that other people are using now, that other people have created the content for, or maybe you've created your own that's really working for you. So we want you guys to be utilizing smart plans, whether you're creating it or just taking one that somebody else did. And we want to hear your success stories of which ones are working, which ones you've had success with, why, what the timeframes are, and what the different touches were in order to be successful. And so we'll be sharing those in a couple weeks on our call. So this is a good time now to start getting them going or testing different smart plans to see what kind of reactions you get, especially like if you do open houses, put everyone that attends on a smart plan, see what kind of success you get, and or even your entire database, right? And then we will see whoever has the best one will vote on it. And you get a $300 gift certificate to Five Spice in Lake Oswego. So we just want to encourage everyone to just get their businesses up and running, automated, right? This is about your time. And the more things that you have set up with leverage and automation, you're going to be able to spend more time doing the other things that you enjoy, either getting more deals or spending time with your family or going on vacations, right? The more that you have automated. So we are really excited about this, right? We're going to have a really exciting January and February. We hope you guys are excited about it. So this is the first week. So start running some campaigns and send Heather a screenshot of your bill. She'll get you some money. And you can do them for over 25 and we'll just still reimburse you 25, or you can do them just for 25. Let us know if you have any questions. Who's excited? Just us. Yay! Okay, that's good. All right. We have a really exciting meeting today with our ALC, but one last thing before we get to that, our lovely ALC. Actually, two last things. Family reunion is coming up next month, and it is a virtual experience. So It's going to be similar to Mega Camp as far as the platform, and it's February 15th through 18th virtual event. And Austin, let's cue that video.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So actually, let me do a new share, make sure. Oh, we're good. Okay. So actually, you can go to the Family Reunion website. If you just go familyreunion.kw.com, there's a lot of information there. But we're going to show this quick little video here that gives more information about it.
Ooh, that's a good teaser. We will get a lot more information in the next couple of weeks as far as the complete agenda. But what we do know is there's going to be Gary Keller is going to do, his economic forecast vision for our company. So that is always a great thing to see. There's going to be some iconic speakers, guest speakers. There were some really good guest speakers for Mega Camp. They'll probably be even better for Family Reunion. So we should have more information on those. And then some of the different breakout sessions, they got a lot of good feedback from Mega Camp on, they did interviews with top agents, and they would do like an hour-long interview, but then they would condense it to like 15 minutes or less than that even for some of them, of all the really good points that they made and like the best of it. So it's a great use of your time because you're watching the highlights of what all these different top agents and panels had to say. So they're going to do that again as far as condensing some of the agent interviews. But they're just going to be breakouts on every aspect of your business, right? Commercial, luxury, growing your business, maintaining your database, leveraging, mindset. There's just some really good ones to get you in the right mindset. So more details to come, but what we do know is it's going to be really exciting. And if you bring an agent, invite another agent as a guest from another brokerage, because no matter what, this is incredible information, and other companies are not delivering this much of an impactful virtual event. We will pay for your ticket and your guest. So shoot me an email or Austin, and we'll get you signed up. If you've already bought a ticket and you invite a guest, we'll reimburse you because we want to encourage that. And it's an event that we're proud of, right? Mega Camp in the fall was the first virtual event. And I know a lot of us were maybe a little weary, unsure, because we've had a lot of Zoom calls. We've had a lot of different online things of, is this going to be any good? And the platform was very successful. You were able to go to the different breakouts, look at the schedule. It was a really, really great platform. So now that we know that, I think that it's going to be even more exciting for Family Reunion because we have that confidence that we know it's going to be a great platform and a great delivery. And in a lot of ways, the virtual platform is exciting because it allows more people the opportunity to attend, right? In real life, the Family Reunion tickets are $800 and you have to travel. And some people, while that is an amazing experience, some people might not be able to do that, right? So by having the virtual event, it does allow more of our agents and associates to experience the energy of Family Reunion. And it's still like 6 weeks away. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll have different agents, you guys, share your experiences from both Family Reunions of the past, but both Mega Camp too, because it was that virtual experience. So it'll be great to hear from you guys of what some of your highlights were and what are your favorite components of these events.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
So I've been to several family reunions, and my take on this is that Keller Williams is leading the industry in terms of creating impactful, large training sessions like this. And if you think about it, this may be the most timely, powerful event that we will see in Keller Williams in your history of real estate. We're coming out of COVID. We may be going back into COVID. We have historic low inventory. We have historic low rates. We have all kinds of economic things happening to the dollar, happening to the Federal Reserve, and they're going to talk about it. And it's all real time. These discussions will all be things that people have done at the highest level or are observing at the highest level in the last 30, 60, 90 days. So you're going to have everything that worked when we came out of COVID. You're going to have things that worked during COVID. You're going to have all the tools you're going to need. The best tools in the world will be shared on this. And it's timely because it's right as our market in Portland picks up. We know from all of our Altos report discussions that we are super seasonal here, and February is when the charts ramp up. And so as we're getting locked down again and being concerned about that, this is really going to have probably the most beneficial information you're going to find, maybe in the history of the company. That's my feeling about it.
Great insight. Yeah. What we're experiencing is different than what we were experiencing a year ago or 6 months ago. So great insight. If you have any questions about family reunion, reach out to Austin and he will get you taken care of. Let's go to our new, we're gonna be able to stop calling you new soon, right? It's been about a month, right? Our broker, Kelly, and he's gonna do a little Kelly's Corner and tell us about his world.
I'll take new key technification well.
Okay.
No, just kidding. Hey, so go ahead, Austin. Okay, so today's contract corner is going to be about capitalized terms. So capitalized terms are used to refer to a specific thing in a contract, as opposed to if it wasn't capitalized, like property, for example. The word property, if it's capitalized, it's referring to a specific term in the contract. If it's not capitalized, it's just a dictionary meaning of the word. So I'm just going to go through a few here in the contract. There's, I don't know, 20 or 30 of them in here. I'm not going to bore you with all of them, but I'm going to kind of go with the greatest hits, the ones that you're probably going to use the most. So first off is property. So if you're writing a term in an addendum, if you capitalize the word property as opposed to not capitalizing the word property, you're actually going to refer to the property that you're selling, not just some random property, wherever. Additionally, down here on the same page on line 39, you'll see a highlighter right there. Purchase price. If you capitalize the word purchase price, you're actually referring to the purchase price of this sale, not the purchase price of some random sale. On the next page, Austin, the word lender. It's defined here as a mortgage broker or bank. And if you capitalize the word lender, you'll be referring to the specific lender that your buyer is using, not some random lender. On the following page, down on additional provisions, you'll see down at the bottom there the word closing costs. So lender and closing costs are often used together when you're writing in a repair addendum or you're responding to a repair addendum. You may say, you know, seller to pay X amount towards buyer's lender allowable closing costs. And if you capitalize the L and capitalize the closing costs and the CC, you're actually referring to a term in the agreement, not just random things in the world in space. Next, Austin. Okay, now this is one.
Tip.
What's that?
This is a good tip.
Thank you. Okay, so section 10 and the inspection, this is probably the most important part of our contract, and it's the one we write the most about. And agents often use the words inspection contingency, and they'll lowercase it. The word contingency actually doesn't fall anywhere in this paragraph. OREF changed their forms a few years ago, and they actually moved the word contingency from this paragraph. Why? I don't know why. But if you're writing an addendum that says buyer's inspection period to end, you will actually be referring to this inspection period you say inspection contingency, it's a little bit vague. And so when I'm writing a contract or a term, I'm always trying to pull words out of the contract to be specific, to refer to the contract. I always think about, like, if I'm sitting in front of an arbitrator, if I ever got in any kind of trouble, I want to be able to know that it's clear without having to explain what I meant. I want the words to actually have meaning, as opposed to just everybody kind of winking and say, yeah, I think that's what that means. So inspection period, capital I, capital P, if you're referring to it. Austin.
So always call it the inspection period. That's what you're saying, right?
I always call it the
When
inspection
you're
period.
doing an addendum,
Yeah.
call it the inspection period.
Absolutely.
Don't call it the inspection contingency.
Absolutely. I mean, it is referred to as a contingency on the following page. It's kind of weird, but when you're writing about it, call it the inspection period, capitalize it both. That way you know you're referring to that section of the contract. Section 24 is where we name our title company. But instead of calling it a title company, you can just call it escrow. It's one word. It's a lot easier. Austin. There we go. And then down below that, we refer to earnest money as the deposit. Again, one of the beauties of these capitalized terms is it allows you to be specific without being too wordy. So you can just say escrow to be, as opposed to title company to be. Just like you really can shorten things up quite a bit, make it more specific. Next, Austin, we go to closing. This is one I always see a lot of too. People use the lowercase version of this. It's just so simple. Capitalize the word close. You're actually referring to a term of the contract as opposed to a definition in the dictionary somewhere. And then finally, the most used one, and this is one that I just love, buyer and seller, capitalize the B, capitalize the S, and you're actually can referring to multiple people. You don't have to use apostrophe. You don't have to use plural forms of the word. Buyer refers to how many buyers there are. Seller refers to how many sellers there are. You capitalize them, you're dealing with those specific people, which can be important if you're, let's say you're writing a term about a contingency on the sale of another property and there's a buyer and seller in those sales. If you're referring to them, you would use probably a lowercase letter. If you're referring to the ones actually in your transaction, there'll be a capitalized letter. Does that make sense to everybody?
Those are great tips. Use the capitalization and then using the language
Yep.
in the
Yeah,
contract.
and the last one is sale agreement. You can use lowercase sale agreement, or just simply write agreement with a capital A when referring to the contract.
Mhm.
So thank you for your attention in this. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
We love it. Anyone have any questions on any of those things? Awesome. Well, we appreciate the tips, Kelly. And then if any of you guys are in the office, come by and say hi to Kelly.
Please do.
He's down our hall at the very end. So thank you for the tip.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear from our new ALC. Awesome. Do you have a slide?
I muted myself for a bit, but yes, I do have a slide. Pull that up real quick.
So I'll just start with, a lot of people have heard of the ALC. It's our Agent Leadership Council. But maybe they don't really understand exactly what they do. So our Agent Leadership Council, we call it our ALC, is our board of directors. And it is composed of top agents from each market center, and they serve as our board of directors. Every month they meet, they help make decisions about the office, about different uses of money, different things that our agents need to be more profitable. Different programs that we implement. They are the voice of agents. And it's really important that because they are actively involved in all of our leadership decisions, and we really treat our agents as a business partner. And so your Agent Leadership Council is like your representatives. So our agents know a lot more about what's going on right now in the market than we do a lot of times. So it's exciting. So congratulations to our 2021 Agent Leadership Council. Wait, Austin, go back to that slide.
I got it.
And then, also one other thing is each member of our Agent Leadership Council will run a different committee within our market center. And so last year, the committees got a little weird. Everything got weird with COVID. So we're excited to kind of regenerating, reforming our committees. And each of them today will introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about their committee. And hopefully, if any of you guys are looking to get more involved within our Market Center, you can join one of their committees. And, you know, it's kind of like a toe in on the leadership and the decisions and different things within our office. So we hope that, you know, you get involved and you can join more than one committee. But Mark Schultz is our finance committee, and Mark was on the ALC for 2020 as well. Connie Vera is going to be running our diversity committee, and this is her first year on the ALC. Jenny Hill is going to be running our growth committee, and her and Linda Heinrichs are going to be co-chairing our luxury committee because there's lots of new exciting things going on with luxury. Jenny was on the ALC in 2020, and Linda, this is her first year on the ALC, so we are excited to have her and her experience. Beth Capster is chairing our career development committee, and that is what sorts of trainings and education and things like that we provide. So she is going to be an excellent resource for that, and it's, again, her first year on our ALC. And Cameron Schwab is heading up our tech committee. Lots of new tech always coming out there, and he'll work a lot with Tanya on some of the command things. And Cameron was on our ALC last year as well. So big congratulations and round of applause for our 2021 ALC.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
So I would also like to add here that Keller Williams is the only company that has an agent leadership council. And as Karine said, really the purpose of the agent leadership, one of the purposes of the agent leadership council is to advise our leadership on what we need to be doing to make sure that you have all of the information and tools that you need at our Market Center. And no other company does that. And so we have the privilege of having Connie, for example, on the equity committee, and she is going to be aware of what's happening nationally with Keller Williams International, around the area of the equity within Keller Williams International. She's also going to be attuned to what's happening with the discussions in the region, and she's going to be our pipeline to both of those so that we know what's happening within the Keller Williams system with regard to equity and conversations around even our Market Center. So, you know, this is what's really cool about Keller Williams. One of the reasons I came to Keller Williams, we are not the company where, you know, the president of the board makes decisions and boom, it's filtered down to the company and that's the direction you go. We're given a lot of latitude to create the personality that we want within our Market Center. And that is the strength of Keller Williams. That's why I came to Keller Williams, so that we can hopefully, with our leadership, have a personality and excel above all other companies. So please lead in to these committees and these leaders when you have ideas that might help the Market Center. Please involve them, bring them to the and let us develop them for your benefit.
Thanks. Yes. And yeah, these agents are leaders of our Market Center too. So they are also available if you have questions, that they are able to help you and guide you if you have questions about things too. So let's start with Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hello. Yay.
Hello, everyone. For those that maybe don't know you, just a quick little bit about yourself, how long you've been in real estate, how long you've been here, and then tell us about the finance committee.
Well, I think for my gray hair, I think I'm the only one who's here for less time, or I think the only people here longer might be, I don't know, a couple other gray hairs in the office. Anyway, sorry, bad joke. I've been in real estate 14 years full time. I came in, watched everything fall off the cliff in 2006 and realized there were a lot of bad habits that I did not want to undertake. So I spent those first couple of years building my business. I quickly realized my niche in real estate was that the community I was in was a community of car enthusiasts. And so why not go work with my friends? And I developed out a niche that it turns out that I'm one of about 5 in the country with a specialized niche. And the only one in Oregon who has consistently been in this niche is that I cater to car enthusiasts. I sell homes with large garages. but they don't have to all be large garages. They're all car enthusiasts. 70% plus of my business consistently for 14 years has been those car enthusiasts. So yeah, this is my niche. This is what I do. I love cars. I run a car show, and that's why I focus in this niche. I also have a connection and network of car enthusiast agents across the country. So that's what I built out as a niche agent. My interest in the finance committee and being on the ALC is I understand how critical it is to build a business with a solid financial foundation. So for this year, we tried it last year, started doing it right as everything imploded with COVID, and we suspended our in-person meetings last year. So we're going to pick right up where we paused last year, and we are going to move forward. Every agent who is not currently using a financial tracking software, Quicken, QuickBooks, or any other software, I will offer to you, and I encourage you as the chair of the finance committee, let's do a session. Let's get you installed on Quicken. Let's bring in the Keller Williams chart of accounts, and let's get you on this. If you're going to start building a business, whether you're brand new to the business or you're coming over from another company and you've been keeping all your receipts in a shoebox, let's get you on a good, solid financial footing going into 21. So you will see an email coming out. I'm asking all the agents who are not currently doing this, if we get a number, maybe we can do a group buy on Quicken. Save you some money. There you go. There's the start of the year. That's how you build a solid business.
I love it, Mark. So cool to help all of our agents build a better, more organized business. So thank you for being part of the ALC. And if you're interested in joining the finance committee, reach out to Mark. Connie, let's hear from you. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself and why you decided to be part of the ALC this year.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. I feel like we all need a sticker that says, I survived 2020 coming out of that. I'm Connie Vera. I am a new member of ALC, and I'm also a mom of 3 young children. I'm a teacher, and I've been in real estate for a year and a half now. As Dwight mentioned earlier, I'm one of 3 social equity ambassadors for the Northwest region, and also a member of the KW National Social Equity Task Force. I am passionate about social equity because it not only impacts my family, but it also, I love helping other marginalized groups. And I've been raising awareness about diversity, equity, and inclusion for many years in previous settings, as I was in education also previously, before jumping into real estate full time. I really come from a place just like you of wanting to serve our community and better our society. And I think that we can always do it through an equitable lens. 2020, if anything, with COVID and just raising awareness about what's happening systemically, we've all kind of opened our eyes, at least many of us, to the issues that need to be finally tackled. I want to quote what Gary Keller had mentioned, which launched our social equity task force, because I really think it's important to go back to the founder of our company. And he said, hold on, let me pull it up here. He said, effective immediately, we are creating a task force for our International Associate Leadership Council to come forward with recommendations for action to eliminate any racial disparity within our company, our industry, and how we can lead the way in the communities where we live and work. I will be reaching out to your regions immediately to ask for a nomination, etc. I believe we can also set an example within the industry by committing more of ourselves to a better and equitable future. So this last 6, 7, 8 months, I've been a part of the task force, and we have been doing a lot of great things. And we originally formed a DEI committee within our market center over the summer, but it was a little bit like too immediate because we hadn't formed what we wanted for the market centers to roll out. So with that said, we do have a bunch of members. I hope that they'll still be on the committee and we can add more as well. But we had to put it on hold because KWRI is planning and developing a playbook for our committee. Everyone else has a playbook. Because DEI is the first committee ever in KW nationally, we don't have a playbook yet. And it will be official hopefully by the second quarter this year. And my goal in the meantime, going back, the Northeast region is piloting the playbook right now, so we're just waiting for that. So in the meantime, for the first quarter, my goal is to really develop a lens for equity. And I think that the more we educate ourselves and the more we have uncomfortable and courageous conversations, the more we will be able to develop a more equitable lens. And I see this committee actually crossing over to all of the other committees. For example, if we're talking about KW luxury, maybe how can we get a Black or a POC luxury agent to speak? How can, if we're talking about the culture committee, how can we reach out and partner with Black owned businesses or nonprofits that support Black and Brown home ownership and raise funds for Black and Brown communities? I think there's so much opportunity for our committee, the DEI committee, to cross in and play with and support and be a part of the other committees. So in the meantime, while we wait for this official committee playbook, I would love to start a book study, which is what we've been doing as ambassadors with the regional leadership. We've been reading White Fragility. I have that as an option, or The Color of Law, which really pertains to real estate and discrimination, the history. So I'd like to start on that so that we can begin to have these conversations and understand where the disparities are coming from a historical perspective, and how we can shift that and start making an impact within our community. It's not a sprint, it is a marathon, and it's not something that we're going to resolve in the next 12 months. It's something that I think that we're going to have to begin and make a little bit of a dent for our future agents to carry on for the rest of the KW legacy. So again, my goal is to really develop an equitable lens in every facet of our decision-making and in whatever we do in business. And I will be reaching out to the original members of the committee to see if they're still on board to paving that way this year. And if anybody else is interested, please reach out to me.
Thank you, Connie. We're excited to have you on the ALC, and we're excited to have the Diversity and Equity Committee be part of our ALC committees this year for the first time. So thank you. Let's hear from Jenny. And Jenny was on our ALC committee last year for growth, and she'll be doing growth this year, and then as well as co-chairing the luxury with Linda. So let's start with growth, Jenny, and tell everyone a little bit about yourself and why you've been part of the ALC and what you have in store for the growth committee.
Hi guys, I'm Jenny Hill. Thank you, Corinne. I have been, I'll be celebrating my 3rd year licensed in February. And I joined ALC last year because I really love the sense of community, and because I got so much from the agents in the Market Center as I was launching my business, and so much guidance, and I continue to get that. So it's kind of my small way of trying to give back. I get really excited about the growth committee because it's a powerful tool that I think a lot of agents aren't really aware of, is profit share. So if you love where you're at Keller Williams and you want to tell other great agents about it, it's an amazing way to build passive income. So my goals this year for growth committee are really to educate the agents in the office so that everybody understands profit share and how growing the Market Center can help other people, and it helps you. So the goal is to have some educational opportunities to learn more about profit share, and then just to spread the word so that people, it's destigmatized, because I think historically a lot of people thought a profit share was kind of like a pyramid scheme or something, and it's totally not. So we want to kind of talk more about it so that it becomes more part of the language of Keller Williams in our office. And then make it easy for agents to refer other agents to help grow our Market Center. So all you have to do is send names to Corinne and our leadership team, and they do the work for us. So when you have a great transaction with another agent, you send their name to leadership, or you have a conversation with them if you're comfortable with that. So we're going to talk about how easy it is to build your downline and build your profit share. And and luxury. So, and then Linda and I are going to head up the luxury committee, and I'll let her talk more about that. But Keller Williams Luxury International has launched a total rebrand. They've restructured the way you can participate in Keller Williams Luxury. And I'm not an expert in luxury. I have sold luxury real estate, but I'm excited to learn more and help everybody understand how Keller Williams Luxury works and the benefits of it.
Thank you so much, Jenny. We are excited for all of your wisdom and insights this year. So thank you so much. Looking forward to helping everyone grow their profit share tree. Linda. Hi, Linda. Tell everyone about yourself, your real estate background, and then why you decided to be on the ALC this year, and then luxury.
Okay. Greetings. Happy New Year, everybody. I have been selling real estate since 2004, which means I'm old, but I'm trying to recover from that part of it. And I'm excited to be a part of the ALC and sort of learn a little bit about the inner workings of Keller Williams. Trying to learn the lingo still. Finally have Market Center down, but heading up the luxury, I'm really excited about this, and I'm thankful to Jenny for jumping in and saying, yes, I'll help you. So I think there's a great opportunity. Looks like Keller has spent the last year working on rebranding their message with regard to luxury. They are kind of putting some consistent branding together for the agents. And this is all going to be rolling out over the next few weeks. I've started reaching out to people in the office already, and I hope that you know, we can sort of form a cohesive group that will help to bring a little bit bigger profile to the luxury market at Keller, and then also, you know, help other agents you know, try and build the luxury end of their market, because really everybody can participate in that. But the branding and the messaging are pretty important in terms of what Keller has to offer. So that's very exciting.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, we are very excited to make luxury more of a presence within our office, and to see what you and Jenny do. And then, like you said, for people that maybe are intimidated by the luxury, you know, how can they break in? So all aspects of it. So thank you guys, we're excited. Beth. Hi, Beth. Tell everyone about yourself and your background and all you do within the real estate community. And then your ideas for our career development committee.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Beth Castor. I am here in McMinnville, and the office is ready if you're working out this way and need a place to drop in, to use a conference room or the copier or a restroom. Just text me and we'll get it open for you. I've been licensed I think since 2001, in that neighborhood anyway, and so have worked in this community for a long time. And one of the things that is of absolute importance to me is education. I just finished my green designation last week, and I try to get a new designation every year, not so that I have more letters after my name, but for the information and the education from each of those designations. And I always am thrilled with what I've learned and how that helps me with my clients and my customers. I've taught for many years for OER, for GRI, traveled all over the state, met a lot of brokers who are so hungry for quality education. And so one of the things that I'm hoping to bring to the ALC is the attitude of personal growth and education, and what are those very new things and core things that help us raise the bar professionally. I also served for 3 years on the initial diversity committee for OER, and so understanding the complexities of how our focus of market is changed and changing, what that will mean in the legislature in terms of Black home ownership, people of color home ownership. All of those are educational points that we have with each other, but also with our legislators, with our lenders, with the title companies, with everyone. And I want to put in a quick plug before I stop talking. On January 14, which actually, believe it or not, is next week, OER is actually, it's OR now, Oregon Realtors, is hosting the second economic summit. It will be virtual this year, obviously. Last year was the first year. I served on that planning committee. We were hoping to have maybe 100 people show up in Salem. We had 350. We had to keep finding more chairs for people. It's a fantastic day. So we're repeating that format. Our keynote speaker will be Lawrence Yun, who is the NAR economist. If you have not heard him speak, I encourage you to sign up just for that. My first experience with Dr. Yun was in 2009, after the bottom of the market was falling out. We were all just trying to figure out how we were going to get through that quarter to the next quarter. And he said, what you need to understand is that real estate will lead us out of this recession. And then he said, in 2010, the corner will already have been turned and we're going to be heading forward. You won't feel it in your market until 2012. And you could just hear in the room all that murmuring that goes on in a group, and people, you know, what they were saying was, who is this guy and what the hell is he thinking? Because we were just struggling to put groceries on the table. And sure enough, 2012, we began to feel it. And he said again, real estate will lead us out of this. Every time that I have heard him speak, he's been right on. We also will have the Oregon economists. We have specialists coming from the Home Builders Association. Will be talking about where building is, the shortage in housing and inventory, and some of the strategies that will go towards that. It's a $49 registration. It's worth every penny. I put it on the Facebook page. I'll post it again later today or tomorrow, and I hope you'll all will join me. I'm also looking for people that would love to work on Education Personal Growth Committee. So please let me know if that interests you.
Thank you so much, Beth. We're really excited for all of your previous experience and everything that you can teach. And thank you for the reminder of the economic forecast next week. And last but not least, Cameron Schwab, for a second year on the ALC, heading up our tech committee. Hi, Cam.
Thank you. Hi, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. So I'm actually with KW Commercial here at KWPP and sit over in the Boones Ferry office with our commercial agents. I've been in the real estate business now for just over 6 years. Before that, came from the Bay Area, California, where I worked in the technology and strategy consulting world. So that's where a lot of my technology passion and understanding comes from. I've been with Keller Williams now for almost 2.5 years, I believe, which is almost perfectly coinciding with when KW Command and Kelly and everything from KWRI had launched. So I've been pretty closely watching with a keen eye to how that technology has developed. As Corinne mentioned, it's my second year leading the tech committee this year, so I'm fortunate to have that opportunity. So I've been able to see through that same 2.5 year process, the best and the worst sides of the technology and how things have progressed, both positively and negatively. And Linda, who was on my committee last year, I think can speak to that. So thank you for being an active member of that last year. I appreciate it. My goal for 2021 is to be a liaison for all the agents in the office. And my goal is to make all the agents in the office feel more comfortable than they were in 2020 and 2019 with the technology tools that KW offers. As with any technology platform, especially platforms that offer as diverse functionalities that KW Command offers, it just takes time. And so in the consulting world, they call that change management. It's one of the toughest part of consulting to actually execute on. It's always the piece of the puzzle that cannot be forced. And there's really no perfect solution for that. So I believe that KWRI is making strong monthly progress with this, especially in the last, I'd say, year, but more particularly the last few months. I admittedly attended Tanya's tech session that she hosted during the holidays a week or two ago. And there were at least 5 items on that list that I assumed still wasn't working, which was preventing me from moving the way that I run my opportunities business over to KW Command. And so she pretty clearly showed me that that actually is working now. So I'm working with her now in the month of January to migrate that specific part or that tracking in my business over to KW Command. So if anyone's interested in technology and would like to join the committee, that would be fantastic. And as always, you can engage with myself, Austin, Tanya, I think are probably the 3 contacts that make the most sense within the Market Center that can help you get your tech game to the next level.
Thanks, Cam. We love that. And you brought up such a good point about things that maybe weren't working perfectly within Command at the very beginning, that now there is so much functionality. So if you're not going to Tanya's classes each week, you should be, or at least checking out the YouTube recordings on some of those. So.
And actually, one more comment, if you don't mind. One of the things that I learned was about PieSync, and I think that's one of the tools that can help individuals launch into KW Command if they really haven't gotten to that point with their contacts. So I know that you have your 300 Contact Club challenge that's coming up this month. And so if anyone has any questions about that, that was actually a topic of conversation. There were 2 agents on that call with Tanya talking about PieSync and how to get that activated. And so myself or Tanya can help you through that process. There are some nuances with it. When I initially set up PieSync a 1.5 years ago for my contacts, there were some duplicate issues, but they've worked through all of those at this point. So let us know if you need any help. That's a pretty quick way of managing your contacts from both sides. I do it with Apple with my iCloud into KW Command, and it actually syncs both ways. So it makes it really easy to get into that club.
And it's not a one-time sync either.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And then for people on the call that might not know what even PieSync is, maybe you could explain that just on the most basic level.
Oh, PieSync is a tool that is a real-time syncing tool. And so that was preventing me from moving over to KW Command initially until I realized that that tool existed, because I operate on my iPad and my iPhone most of my day. And so when I add a contact on my iPhone, I wanted the ability for it to automatically get fed over to KW Command, and I want my assistant to be able to add descriptions and contact details and addresses in Command and have it filter over to my iPhone. And so that's one example. It works for Android, works for pretty much every tool that you could possibly use that manages your contacts. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Tanya.
They have hundreds of applications that will work with it. You get 1 free application for constant syncing. If you want more, then it's a paid service after that. But yes, if you're using iCloud or if you're using Google Contacts, You put one in on your phone, boom, it shows up in command. You put it in command, boom, it shows up on your phone, and you can do a this or that and choose what types of contacts you actually want in there or don't want in there.
Thank you, guys. And then let's see, Linda asked, does PieSync allow more than 10 contacts at a time? Yes, right?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, yeah,
it's
unlimited.
And then
I'm doing
does
it
it,
with I'm doing it with 4,000 right now, Linda.
Yeah.
wow, that's incredible. And then does it recognize the duplicates automatically? Linda asked. Cam, you were just kind of mentioning something about that.
It does recognize the duplicates. If you log into PieSync directly, you can look and see, and they show you all the ones that had an error syncing. So you can check that once a month just to see why there was an error. Sometimes they have them. I just checked, and out of all of 2020, I had 7 syncing errors, and there were just a couple duplicates that I saw, and they notify you on which ones they have duplicates for.
Okay, great. That's great. And then Tracy Chapman says that she did it after our meeting last week when we talked about it, and it worked well, except she had a couple of glitches. But it sounds like it alerts you if there are any errors. And Tanya, can you remind everyone where they can get access to PieSync?
Yes, if you go to command and you go up to your picture on the top right, and the drop down, go to settings, and it's one of the applications like your DocuSign and your Facebook where you connect the accounts. You click on PieSync and it'll guide you through the process.
And if this is significant, if this is, why is this significant if you like wine?
Because it gets you into the 300 club.
Easily.
Yes. Don't forget about all of our content. So thank you so much, Cam, and thank you to all of our ALC for 2021. We are really excited. You guys are an amazing group of people, and I'm excited for all of our agents to be able to join your committees and reach out and let us all make 2021 the best year yet. Better than 2020 for sure. We got that going. Thank you, everyone.